Yeah, the Montreal Unknown in the blue jerseys, black pants. Kitchener Twisted Ends, the predominantly white jerseys, green and black trim, black pants. In goal for the Montreal Unknown, Martin Saint Laurent. And for the Kitchener Twisted Ends, it is Kevin Larocque. So again, both these teams on the outside looking in when it comes to the playoff picture, which will start this afternoon. Playoff games start at 4:30 this afternoon. And we will start with the men's D first versus fourth. And as the afternoon, the day progresses, we'll get a better idea of just who that's going to be. All right, we are underway here this morning from Montreal. Right away, the Kitchener team get a shot on goal. First save made by Saint Laurent. Face off to Saint Laurent's right. Thompson in to take it for Kitchener. Ball goes down into the corner and behind the Montreal goal. Kitchener in forechecking, trying to create the turnover. Montreal get it. Jaffer Hassan will move it to center and then dump it in. Larocque out to play it. Can't get it out. Kept in by Montreal. Down into the corner. Ball comes up and out of play, just down to our right. We play two 18-minute periods. Just 35 seconds into this one. Got our first line change. So 9 games to bring you today from here at the Bill Durnan. The final 5 tournament games, and then we get into the playoffs, as we mentioned, the semifinals. All the medal games will be played tomorrow. We will have most of those for you here from the Bill Durham. There are a couple being played at the Doug Harvey. Turnover right at center, picked up by Ryan Groen. Pass a little bit too far for Troshniak. Stolen. Ryan Groen with a chance. Comes out in front. They throw it around. No goal. May have hit the post. Referee waves it off twice when the players were questioning whether or not that had gone in. Mikhail Zazor trying to get it out. Montreal will clear the zone. Get to center. Pass to Alexandre Guillaume. His shot goes over the top of the goal. Picked up over on the far side by DeStasio. Back down low. Tyler Holden for Kitchener. Holden gave it away momentarily, but it came back to him and he keeps going. Holden still going. Holden trying to split the defense. Finally stopped. The ball goes down into the corner. Kitchener in there looking for it. Comes out at center. Stepping into the hard shot. Kitchener pressing. The ball came out in front. Montreal with it and get it to the blue line. Now forced back is Hendricks Marone. Again, the turnover by Kitchener. Good job in on the forecheck. Come up with the loose ball again. Get it out in front. Shot goes wide of the goal. Out in front, another chance. Save made by Saint Laurent. Zazor trying to make a run down the floor. He ran out of steam. He'll head to the bench. Dumped in by Corey Keating of Kitchener. Ball right to the side of the goal. It came out in front. Nobody from the Twisted Ends could get a stick on the ball. Reginald Mornay stopped at the blue line. Back comes Kitchener. Good play to steal it back. That was the captain, Constantine, for Montreal. This is Constantine. Wrist shot, save made by Larocque. He'll hold on to it. No rebound. 14:28 to go, first period. Salhani won the faceoff for Montreal. It'll be played in by Monsu. Hassan on it for Montreal, up along the boards. Manages to get it back down into the corner for Andre Zazor. Back to Hassan. Ball goes over into the far corner. Thompson getting there for Kitchener. There's a breakaway pass. Save made, still loose. That was Connor Keating for Kitchener with the breakaway chance. St. Laurent with the pad save, kept it out. Andre Zazor off the boards to Hassan. Stopped right at the blue line, following up on it. Again, Andre Zazor, they bring it in over the blue line. Hassan, Salhani heading for the front of the goal. Pass went by him. Hassan. He has the ball knocked away from him by Todd Taylor of Kitchener. Jason Fredrickson down the left side. Fredrickson in along the goal line, tried to get it out in front. That was intercepted by Mikhail Zazor, doesn't get it out. Kept in by Novosad. Now Montreal working their way up through center. Maxime Morin with that last rush for Montreal. And Morin has the ball again. He'll backhand it down deep into Kitchener territory. Goes off the boards. Kitchener comes up with it. Out at center, it's tipped in. St. Laurent will leave it for Mikhail Zazor. Novosad was watching him. Comes back to Zazor. Flip down towards the Kitchener blue line. Played back out. Brought in by Kitchener, in over the blue line. A shot hit the goal post. St. Laurent reached up to grab that very lazy little wrist shot and whiffed on it. He was very lucky. He missed it with the glove hand and it hit the post. Pass a little bit far for Trocaniak. Montreal with it. Hassan will play it back. There's Guillaume, 91. Guillaume, Alexandre Guillaume. They clear it in. Larocque lets it go. Tyler Holden spins away from the forechecker Constantine. Quickly up ahead, Ryan Grun. Go down into the corner. Grown. Kitchener maintaining possession. Shot comes in. It bounces around, and St. Laurent finally finds it and covers it up. Backhand save made by St. Laurent. De Carafel got it up off the boards for Kitchener. Kept in. Now it's moved out. It was tipped. No flooring. Comes right down to Larocque. He'll play it over. Danny De Carafel. Over to Voda. He shot one over the top of the goal. Picked up down there by Reginald Mornay. of Montreal. Into the corner, Bonsu. Kitchener close on him. They create the turnover. Shot comes into the side of the goal. St. Laurent's got it and holds on. Good forechecking by Kitchener. A number of times here in this first period, they've gotten in on the Montreal defense quickly and created some turnovers down low, and that's led to some scoring chances. No score, though. 0-0. We are tied up at no goals. 10:16 to go in the first period. Face-off won by Kitchener. Voda turned, shot, hit a leg, came out. Still in the offensive zone, though. Didn't come out over center. Brozovic. Back pass was picked off. Now it comes out. There's a partial break for Andre Zazor. Coming over to break that up was Taylor. And we'll go the other way. Into the middle. Hard shot. Save made by St. Laurent. Danny DeCarafel found himself alone in the slot. Save was made. Stopped at the blue line. Kitchener keep it in. Thompson to the front of the goal it comes. Squirts loose. Hassan. 1-on-3. Got away with the shot. Larocque elects to cover it up and take the whistle in the face-off. Nice rush by Jaffer Hassan. There's 1-on-3 on that. Elected to shoot it and got away a pretty good one. Keating to face off against DeStasio. DeStasio won it cleanly. Got it over to Guillaume, but that was taken away. Now comes Keating. He's stopped at the blue line. Guillaume. Only as far as the Kitchener blue line. Now it's swept in a little deeper. Back to get it, Brad Chaves. Chaves for Kitchener. Watched by Guillaume. Said off the boards for Montreal. Got it out to DeStasio. DeStasio plays it into the Kitchener end. Chaves has it. Will make the pass across. Chipped off the boards and Kitchener will bring it out. Throw it out in front. That's intercepted. Back comes Montreal. At least they had a chance, but a little slow to move on it. Kept in by Kitchener. Now they'll bring it out and up against the boards. It's been a penalty called just down below us. It'll be number 88 for Montreal, Ali Said. 2 minutes, roughing, says the referee. So our first power play of the morning. A little earlier start for the teams today. First 2 days they gave them a break. They didn't start till 11:45 on Thursday and 12:15 yesterday. But we've got 9 games to play here today. We've got semifinals. So we're starting a little bit earlier. Kitchener gained the zone. They are on the power play. One-timer, blocked. Hendricks Marone blocked the shot and then forces the ball down a little bit deeper, killing some time. Minute 35 to go in the power play. Dusan Vejota couldn't get his stick on the ball for Kitchener, so that's going to go as a flooring call. We'll come back down to our right. Just a minute 30 to go now in the power play. Short-handed opportunity for Montreal. Went off the stick, goes in behind the goal. Hendricks Maroney. Taken away by Thompson of Kitchener. Then he gave it away. Good penalty kill here for the Montreal unknown. Hassan holding off a couple of Kitchener players. Finally it comes loose and Kitchener heads up the floor. Derek Boyd can't get around the outside. Good defensive play there by Reginald Mornay, but it's kept in over the blue line. Here's a chance now from the circle. A shot save made by St. Laurent, covers it up. Just 36 seconds to go now in the power play. Just that one scoring chance so far for Kitchener. A great job by Montreal down in the Kitchener end. Kept the ball down there for the better part of a minute while killing that penalty. Right from the face-off, the ball goes up and out of play. Vahota played it back to Chaves, back to Vahota. Vahota shot, that was blocked by Zazor. And Zazor will get it out of the zone. Chaves going back to pick it up. Chaves dumps it in. This time St. Laurent's got it. Makes the catch cleanly, holds on. Bring about a face-off down in the Montreal end. We're down to just 10 seconds to go in the power play. 6:30 to go here in the first period. Zazor high off the glass. Can't get it out. That'll do it for the penalty. Saeed back out onto the floor. Sharp angle shot. St. Laurent's got it, holds on. Montreal will change up. Salhani to face off against Kokaniak. Kitchener win the face-off. That shot went off the foot of Andre Zazor and into the Kitchener bench. They'll redo the face-off down to the left of St. Laurent. Skinner down in the corner for Kitchener. Comes off the boards. Hassan trying to get it out. Hassan will back it up for Montreal over to Zazor. Up ahead to Andre Zazor, and Montreal will go back again. Hassan. Hassan up the floor. Gains the zone. Good pass over on the left side to Eli Zahani. Back down to Hassan, and it went between the feet of Sahani. Racing out, Brandon Skinner threw it in front. It's chipped. They score. Kokaniak got his stick on it as the pass came across from Skinner. Skinner. And 1-0 for the Kitchener Twisted Ends. As they try and keep slim playoff hopes alive. As I mentioned, right now 2 points out of fourth place. A win would put them into a fourth place tie, but there are two teams that if they win or tie their games, two other teams, that would knock Kitchener out. So they'd have to hope to win, as will Montreal, and have the two teams that are ahead of them both lose their games. And then, even then, it would be a tie-break situation. They'd have to wait to see how that would play out. Backhand over the top of the goal. Boyd, shot saved by St. Laurent. Ball just kept bouncing and Boyd stayed with it. Eventually got away a good shot. Derek Boyd, number 19 from the Kitchener team. 4:20 left, first period. Been a fairly quick one. Knock on wood. So far, it's been a fairly quick one. Schedule not quite as tight today, even though we've got 9 games. We're starting earlier, and there will be a little bit of a break this afternoon between the final regular tournament game and the start of the semifinals. Final tournament game scheduled to start at 2 as the ball comes into St. Laurent. He's got it. Starts at 2. The playoffs start at 4:30. So instead of an hour and 15 minutes between games, which is what the schedule was yesterday, it was very tight. It'll be 2.5 for, as we get ready, I should say, for the semifinals this afternoon. Might get a chance to eat that sandwich I put in the fridge yesterday morning to have sometime yesterday. It's still sitting there. Life is rough when you're having fun. Chaves behind the goal. Chipped in. Kitchener still on it. It was Nick Daw, number 29. It's right in front of the Kitchener goal, and the ball goes into the corner. Guillaume with a shot that goes over the top of the goal. Kitchener get it out down the floor. It was touched last by Montreal. No flooring, back to get it. Marc-Anthony Destasio to Ali Said. He was looking for Alexandre Guillaume. A little bit too far for him, and now it's Brad Chaves. Kitchener will slow things down, then make the pass up through the middle. That went behind everybody down the floor. We'll get a whistle, come back to our right. 2:46 to go in the first. Sonny Trokaniak, the goal scorer for Kitchener. The only goal so far here in the first period. Salhani to take the face-off against Brett Pulfus of Kitchener. Kitchener get it to the red line, but not out. Kept in by Montreal. Derek Boyd up along the boards to Novosad. He'll get it here in the left side to Pulfus. Pulfus, shot may have been going wide. St. Laurent got the right pad on it anyway, just to be sure. Pulfus took it back towards the blue line, then floated it in wide of the goal. Hassan looking for it for Montreal, battling along the boards. That battle was won by Josh Davis of Kitchener. Now down to Novosad. Scramble in front of St. Laurent, cleared away. Whistle went. The faceoff will come just outside the Montreal blue line. Got a timeout called by the Montreal Unknown. 1:47 to go here in the first period. And talking about the playoffs this afternoon and who's in, who's out. Of course, this could change as the day goes on, but it looks like both the Montreal A's, not this Montreal team, there are a number of Montreal teams in the tournament. The Montreal A's and the SBS Slayers, and I believe they're from the Montreal area as well. They look pretty good to get into the playoffs. They're currently tied for first place, 6 points each with perfect 3-0 records. They have one more game to go. Victoria Ducks with a record of 2 wins and a tie. They've got 5 points, also looking pretty secure in getting into the playoffs. Oshawa Snipers with 4 points. They are currently the team on the bubble in 4th place. 1 point behind them, Port City Alpine Pigeons from St. John, New Brunswick. And then you have Kitchener, Saskatchewan, Montreal, Milanos Express, Montreal Brahma Bulls, all tied with 2, and the Edmonton McMuffins 0-4. So anybody with 2 points is going to be tough to get in. There's so many of them tied. Even if you get to 4, you've got to win your tiebreaker and hope the 2 teams ahead of you lose. So tough sledding for both these 2 teams and the others with 2 points. You never say it, though. Lots of effort being given on the floor. Seeing guys diving for loose balls, blocking shots. My favorite sports quote, I think, of all time is Herm Edwards, former coach of the New York Jets of the NFL. He said, "You play the game to win. It's that simple. When you show up, you're out on the field of play, whether it's on the ice, the floor, the court, no matter where it is. Once you step out there, you play to win. You do what you can. You give your best effort all the time. Not a question of, oh, well, we're not in the playoffs, so let's just mail this one in. Hey, no, we're playing. We're going to give our best." In behind the goal, Billy Cabral for Montreal. Haven't seen a lot of him in this tournament. He's got it now. Cabral, good pass. Down low, they swing it across. Great goal for Montreal. They tie it up. Hendrix Marone with the goal. Credit, I mentioned he's not used very much. Billy Cabral of Montreal, but he did all the work on that. Mistake about it. We are tied at 1. Goal comes just with 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Kitchener, and they're looking to get a late goal themselves. Get it to the side of the goal, and it's played into the corner. We've got just 10 seconds left. Still battling hard in there. Borozovic. Finally, Montreal come up with it. Just a couple of seconds to go, and that'll do it. Pretty good first period between the Montreal Unknown and the Kitchener Twisted Ends. They're tied at 1 after 18 minutes of play. We'll be back with the second period between these 2 teams in just a moment.
I hope you're enjoying this live stream. Would you like to webcast your next event? Want to reach a larger audience, maybe even global? Let 360 Live show the world your story. Send us an email to hello@360.live for more details. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow us on these social media sites.
The Canadian Ball Hockey Association, the CBHA, is the official governing body for the sport of ball hockey in Canada. We are a full, standing member of the International Street Ball Hockey Federation, the ISPHF, and proud partners with Hockey Canada. Our members come from Canadian provinces coast to coast, and we are proud to showcase our players in this national championship tournament. And again, just a couple of minutes between periods. We do have a slight delay. The official over on the far side indicated he needs to get something checked out. He's gone down to the Kitchener bench. The problem is we've got a little bit of water spilled on the floor, so we went over and got a towel and get that cleaned up. You don't want any moisture on the floor. Speaking of which, we talked about it through the first couple of days because of the high humidity here in Montreal. A little bit of concern about the floor maybe. It has been no problem whatsoever. A complete non-factor here at the Bill Dernan. It is another hot, sticky day, muggy day, warm day, humid day in Montreal. I walked over to the arena this morning about 7:30. Got a 5 or 6 minute walk from our hotel to the arena, and it was already 32 degrees. Penalty coming up. It'll go to Kitchener. Brandon Thompson's going to pick up a penalty. Delayed penalty now as Saint Laurent makes his way to the bench, so Montreal can get the sixth player out on the floor. Mikhail Zazor off the boards for Constantine, trying to protect it, gets it back to Zazor. Saeed tried to get it up to the blue line, touched up by Kitchener. Connor Keating wanted an explanation and got a fairly detailed explanation from the referee about why that was a penalty. Still not happy with that explanation. The referee says, look, I've told you once, I've explained it to you. I go to the box. That's going to be a 4-minute penalty, slashing. Redo the face-off. Going to wave out the Montreal player. Hendrix Marone will come in to take the face-off for Montreal against Dusan Voivoda. Dusan wins it cleanly. Marone, won it cleanly. Mornay. Get it back. Go over to the right side. Back to Mornay. Down into the corner. Unable to get to it was Saeed. Mornay couldn't hold it in. Now a race is on, shorthanded. Getting there first was the Kitchener player, Polfus. Tried to cut in front, lost his balance. Well, that'll help kill some time. Mornay with it for Montreal. Right up at the blue line, just beyond the reach of Hendricks Marone, and that'll be a flooring call against Montreal. Face-off back in the Kitchener end. Sioux for Montreal. Just under 3 minutes to go. He is stripped of the ball, and here comes Danny DeCareful, shorthanded, scores. Sioux a little too slow moving it. DeCareful picked his pocket, went in on the shorthanded breakaway. And Kitchener back in front now, 2-1 on the shorthanded goal. Still 2:47 left to go in the penalty to Kitchener. Constantine will play it back. Montreal will start out again. Pass intended for Hassan. That gets turned away at the blue line. Hendricks Marone. This time they'll get it in to Hassan, but he had it knocked off his stick right away. So still no possession in the Kitchener end for Montreal on this power play, and half of it has now expired. We're just under 2 minutes left to go in that 4-minute penalty. Maxime Morin will try and do it himself. Gets it down into the corner. Battle for it along the boards. Derek Boyd is in there. Montreal player goes down, still along the boards. Finally, Boyd comes up with it, and he'll send it the length of the floor as he wins that battle. Minute 25 to go in the 4-minute power play. Nothing yet for Montreal. Be careful. Last man back handling the ball. Hendricks Marone gets it in over the blue line. Reginald Mornay. He lost it. Taken by Novosad, and once again, back down the floor goes Montreal. Mornay slowly up over his own blue line. Nowhere to go yet. Now they get it in over the blue line. Good pass. Breakaway chance. Getting back to tie up the stick of the player was Tyler Holden. That was Billy Cabral had the chance for Montreal, but Holden got back and tied up his stick at the last second. Great defensive play. Cabral was looking for a penalty on the play. Mornay risks it towards the goal. That goes wide. Cabral down in the corner up against the boards, and that's going to be a penalty to Kitchener. Tyler Holden. Cabral wanted the penalty against Holden earlier. Gets it this time as he's pushed into the boards. Two minutes body checking. So a brief 5-on-3 for Montreal. 21 seconds left to go in the initial penalty, that 4-minute slashing penalty. Face-off won by Montreal. Mornay, Cabral. Back to Mornay. And now 5-on-3. That one off a stick. Montreal has come back out into center to get it. Andre Zazor still in the offensive zone. Sneaking in from the blue line was Mornay. Shot did not get through to the goal. First penalty's over. Out comes Kitchener shorthanded again. Fredrickson for Kitchener. Fredrickson in around the goal. Fredrickson doing great work. Fredrickson killing off this penalty single-handedly. Too early for that. 1 minute to go in the power play. And Montreal will have to start from deep in their own end if they can get to it. Getting in on the forecheck. It's Kitchener, but Montreal able to move it out. Reginald Mornay. Down into the corner. Mornay. Constantine. He'll shoot it. Blocked by the sliding Danny DeCarafel. Guillaume back to Constantine. Right into the middle. Shot goes wide by Eli Salhani. And it's covered up as it comes off the boards, down to just 11 seconds to go in the Montreal power play. Face-off won by Kitchener. They'll move it out. Racing onto it, Thompson. Thompson with a shot, missed by quite a wide margin. Trying for the short side, picked up out at center by Guillaume. He stopped. Cleared out, that'll do it. We are back to even strength. Long shot just wide by Thompson. Constantine. Looking for DeStasio. Getting back there first was Derek Boyd for Kitchener, to Brad Chaves, back to Boyd. Boyd will take his time, lift it up high, too high as it goes up into the ceiling here at the Bill Durham. The face-off will stay in the Kitchener end, down to 11:08 to go, second period. 2-1 on a shorthanded goal by Kitchener. Clean face-off win. A shot by Hassan went off stick of the Kitchener defenseman. Stolen, and out comes Kitchener to the Montreal blue line and over. Skinner with a shot. St. Laurent's got that and hangs on. Right from the face-off, it goes into St. Laurent, makes a save. That was not a replay. But it was exactly the same thing. Not the third time. Mikhail Zazor couldn't get it out for Montreal. He's battling hard along the boards, though. Comes free. His teammate has it. Hassan. Hassan cut off at the blue line. Zazor following up on it. Mikhail Zazor. Player tripped up behind the goal. Play continues on. Salhani on it. Hassan tried to cycle it back down low. Comes back to him at the blue line. Hassan plays it to the boards, but his teammates had vacated that area. Tyler Holden with it for Kitchener. Cutting in front, getting tripped up. That was Brandon Skinner as he cut inside the Montreal defenseman and then tripped him up. And hard to argue that one. He was beat cleanly to the inside. The defenseman turned towards the boards. Skinner cut to the middle and the stick came out right between the feet. And Andre Zazor will head to the penalty box. Kitchener had a great penalty kill a moment ago. Scored a shorthanded goal. No, now they will go on the power play. And they win the faceoff. Derek Boyd. Boyd gets the return pass from Novosad, and then it'll go the other side. Down to Polfus. Borisevic. Or actually, that's Voda, 68. Either way, shot was stopped. Cleared up by Montreal, chasing it down into the corner. Hendricks Marone working against Novosad. Marone has got it. Working against two Kitchener players. Ball goes up in the air, finally comes down, and Boyd has it for Kitchener. Boyd making a good run. He'll gain the zone himself. A little hesitation, then go. Took it to the side of the goal. One-handed it in front. It was covered by St. Laurent. The whistle goes. 1:06 to go in the power play. $8:58 to go in the game. Coming up next, another men's D game. The Oshawa Snipers against the Victoria Ducks. 10:15. Scheduled start time for that. 24 minutes from now. Under a minute to go in the power play now. Get it in over the blue line. Fed in front, cleared away by Saeed. Boyd holds it in. Borosevic knocked out of the air smartly by DeStasio. DeStasio's knocked down, no penalty. Borosevic down low, back up at the point. Errant pass, that's picked off. DeStasio turning off the boards. Tried to make the pass across. He had a teammate open. Now he's got it. Hassan scores. He was wide open over on that left side for the longest time. Nobody came down and picked him up at all. DeStasio tried to get it to him the first time. That didn't work, but on the second, maybe the third effort, the ball. Here in the second period. Game's tied at 2. 14 seconds left to go in the penalty to Andre Zazor of Montreal. Marone to Cabral. Chaves back there for Kitchener. That'll do it for the penalty. Back to even strength again. Cabral in over the blue line. Cabral trying to feed it in. Ball came right back to him. Cabral down into the corner. Marone out in front. Shot by Saeed. Or shot by, that's Maxime Morin. 89, not 88. Took that shot. Either way, it didn't go in. Mornay off the boards. Marone back to Mornay. And Morin shot doesn't get through again. Voivoda, his shot stopped by Saint Laurent. Marone. Hendricks Marone. Billy Cabral. It's in over the blue line. And it's out again. Polfus trying to cut inside. Good defensive play by Zazor. And then Zazor counterattacking. Zazor shot that went just over the top of the goal. Zazor got it to the side of the goal. It's out in front. There's a chance. Save made. Good shot by Salhani. Better save by Larocque. Zazor lost it. Skinner off the boards. Skinner chasing it down in the corner. Salhani's on him. Skinner went down and Montreal come up with the ball. Pass too far for Andre Zazor. And that'll be a flooring call against Montreal. Pretty good pace to the 5-on-5. And these two teams get that opportunity. Right from the faceoff, another shot on goal by Kitchener. Save made by Saint Laurent. No shortage of effort down in that corner. Montreal come up with the ball to Constantine. He'll dump it in. Montreal goes in to chase. Comes to the side of the goal. As DeStasio got there first for the Montreal unknown. Pass picked off by Hassan. DeStasio. Constantine. Towards the goal. That was redirected. Comes to the boards. Kept in. Constantine. Another shot towards the goal again. Knocked down in front. Cleared away by Kitchener. This time it'll be a flooring call against Kitchener. No, it will not. They're going to wave it off. Because the goalie came out to play it. The referee pointed down at the goaltender to say that's why we waved it off. That ball goes out of play over on the far side into the players' benches. Discussion about where the face-off will be. Now the official's gone over to the timekeeper's bench and they are having a discussion there. Time continued to run off the clock after the ball had gone out. So they put 10 seconds back up. It was 4:45, now it's 4:55. Chaves for Kitchener with the ball, takes it back behind his goal. Watched by Morin. It's right up the middle. Bit of a dangerous pass, and that was intercepted. Montreal coming in. Hendricks Marone with a shot, stopped by Larocque. Then it goes behind the goal. Right out in front. Trying to get it to settle. Cabral. He lost it. Taken by Kitchener. Can't get it out. Finally they do. It comes out over center. Zazor. Montreal gained the zone. Hendricks Marone. Shot. Scores! The Kitchener bench very upset. They thought the play that brought it in over the blue line was offside. Frankly, I thought the same thing when I saw it live. Doesn't matter. That goal's going to stand. Montreal with their first lead of the game. Three-two. It came as a result of, this time they're going to call it offside. Andre Zazor was in over the blue line. He's telling his teammate, don't make that play at the blue line. Stick handling. Get it in, gain the zone, then we'll go from there. His first stick handle only went part way across, didn't get it all the way in. Zazor anticipated the ball going in. When it went in the second time, he was already in over the blue line. Polfus, he gets a push from Sue. Sue comes up with the ball, plays it over to Salhani. Up ahead to Guillaume. Taken by Boyd. Boyd with some room. Boyd with a shot. That just missed. May have grazed the goalpost as it went by. I was saying the Montreal goal came in large part due to a prolonged period of time when Kitchener had 3 and 4 chances to move the ball out. That's going to be offside. Player trapped inside the blue line. Number of chances to get the ball out of their zone. Failed to do so. Eventually led to a goal. 3-2 Montreal. 3:03 left to go. Boyd backhands it off the boards into the middle. Tipped in by Thompson. Get it over to Verosevic. From the sharp angle, the shot came in, cleared away by St. Laurent. Boyd trying to pinch in. Now it goes down into the corner. Boyd will go into forecheck. Looking for it over there's Verosevic. Ooh, and Verosevic with a nasty push to the boards on Mikhail Zazor. Got his hand up to the side of the head of Zazor and pushed him into the boards. Let's see what the call is going to be. The Montreal bench having words for Verosevic. Both players are going to go. What happened? They were calling a holding penalty against Mikhail Zazor. And it was a retaliation by Verosevic on Zahor as he pushed him into the boards after being held. So he gets the head contact penalty. Zazor will get the holding. I believe that is what the call was from the officials. Montreal bench still jawing at Verosevic. And one of the Montreal players is being ejected. The referees had enough of that. Couldn't see the number, but I believe that was Andre Zazor picking up for Mikhail. A little too much chirping according to the referee, and he's headed off. I believe that's who it was. So the penalties, whatever it was called, will offset. Stay 5-on-5. Timeout's been called by Kitchener. 2:17 to go. The faceoff will be just outside the Montreal blue line. So we'll keep an eye on Kevin Larocque down in the Kitchener goal when they take him out if they get the opportunity for the 6th attacker. That'll hit the ceiling, the arena. Last touch by a Kitchener player. Faceoff will come outside the blue line. Larocque is standing out between the hash marks down to our left, the Kitchener goaltender. If Kitchener can get the ball down in deep and get possession, no doubt he'll make a sprint to the bench. Ball goes over to the far boards. On it first, Hassan. Slides into Saint Laurent. So the face-off now down deep in Montreal territory. Larocque will make his way to the Kitchener bench, and the net is empty. They've got 6 players out there, so they try and push for the tying goal. Face-off goes to the corner, controlled by Kitchener. They'll swing it across to Caraful. That shot, good save made by Saint Laurent as Boyd got away. A good low shot back towards the point. Chaves chips it over. Boyd off the end board. Saint Laurent reaching for it, couldn't get to it. Voivoda back to Chaves. Back to Voivoda. He'll shoot it. That's right on goal. In front, Polfus was there. He's knocked down. Rebound was there loose. They can't get it in. Montreal can't get it out. To Caraful. Still a minute 20 to go. Shot. That was tipped wide by Polfus. On it, Hassan looking for the empty net. It goes wide, and that'll be a flooring call. Maybe should have held it for another stride. Got over the red line first. Eyes got big when he saw the empty net. But that'll bring the face-off back. A little bit of a panic play by Hassan to shoot that ball from his own side of center. Face-off now back into Montreal end, and Kitchener win the face-off. Brad Chaves. Boyd, one-timer just went wide. Montreal's on it. Hassan can't get it out. Kept in by Boyd. Derek Boyd trying to get it to the front of the goal. That was blocked by Mornay. Comes to the side of the goal out in the blue paint. Saint Laurent got the paddle on it, sweeps it away to the boards. Montreal on it. They get it out. Hassan looking for it. This time will he get the empty net goal? He does. After missing on the first opportunity, makes good on the second. And 4-2 Montreal comes with 41.5 seconds left to go. Seven minutes from now, we are scheduled for our next game. Again in the D group. And it will be between the Oshawa Snipers and the Victoria Ducks. Larocque back into the goal for Kitchener. Salhani's shot doesn't get through. Salhani. Saeed. Cabral backhands. Montreal with another chance. Shot just went wide. Time winding down. Whistle goes just as the buzzer goes. The game is over. Final 4-2, the Montreal Unknown defeat the Kitchener Twisted Ends. Montreal now move up, at least temporarily, into a tie for 4th place in D group. They now have 4 points, tied with the Oshawa Snipers, who are playing next. But a number of other teams have 2, and also the Port City Alpine Pigeons have 3. So they can pick up another point or 2. But right now, Montreal is in a tie for that 4th place spot. It would be tough for them to stay there as the day goes on. But we'll see how it plays out. Stranger things have happened. Up next, the Victoria Ducks and Oshawa Snipers. Ducks comfortably into a playoff spot. They have 5 points. Snipers, one of those teams with 4. They would certainly like to get another point or 2 to solidify their playoff position. We'll have that game coming up for you next. We'll take a quick break. And when we come back, another D group game. Just have to make a quick adjustment on our screen here. All right, we'll be back with game number 2 in just a minute.